we were very strong saying if we continue the trend we will not be able to achieve SDG2. The exacerbation, this spike that we are observing now, is telling us the situation is a lot worse than what we expected. And also, we understand that there are the key drivers, which are climate change, that are slowdown and downturns, and conflict. So we need to find a mechanism to be able to change. And that's why we call this the agri-food system transformation. Because if we don't do a significant change in the way we are working and we are operating in the agricultural sector today, there is no way we're going to achieve the goal we want. One of the major challenges we are seeing today under the COVID-19 shock is that there is enormous amount of investment in recovery funds at the developed countries for sure, but also they are trying to do concessional loans and investments in the developing countries, which at the end of the line will end in loans. But that recovery has to be used properly. So it's not just an issue of calling it green recovery, it's an issue of what is needed, because the only way that we can resolve the problem of undernourishment that we are facing today is working in the rural areas. And the major economic activity in the rural area is agriculture. So yes, it's correct to do green recovery, but it has to be in agriculture, and it has to be done in such a way that the objective function that we're trying to look is to reduce undernourishment, and that will create trade-offs, and we have to minimize those trade-offs. That's the green part. If increasing productivity of agriculture means more greenhouse gas emissions, we need to find ways to do it in such a way that we minimize or we don't create more greenhouse gas emissions, or that we have to put policies that will allow us to minimize those in other parts of the world which are not suffering so much as the ones that today are suffering in the more least developed countries and the poorest countries in the world. If we are going to find ways in which we can expand the production and improve our nature, the use of our natural resources, again, we need to have a clear objective function, which is achieving SDG2, so reduction of undernourishment and hunger zero hunger, but we need to find and identify those trade-offs in the nature, in water, soil, land, biodiversity, and try to find the pathway of policies that will minimize those trade-offs. So I think we have a tough way forward until 2030. It's not lost. We still can do significant things to try to achieve the goal, or at least be in the direction of achieving the goal, but that will require significant change in how we operate in this sector.